welcome back to the Horror Movie Fan Club. On the docket today, we have Josh.
Hello.
Yeah. And we got Laney. Awesome.
Hi.
So today we're going to be reviewing Maxxxine. It is the trilogy of X and Pearl. I think that's how it went, right?
It's Pearl X the Maxxxine.
Pearl X and then Maxxxine. So right off the bat, I still haven't seen the first two. I'm just gonna say that. Also, we're not gonna have Brian tonight. He's gonna be picking up with us next week for the Long Legs review. But tonight we're doing Maxxxine. So Maxxxine, let me just do the quick read about. In the 1980s, adult film star and aspiring actress Maxxxine Minx finally gets her big break. However, as a mysterious killer stalks the starlets of Los Angeles, a trail of blood threatens to reveal her sinister past. So, I'll just ask you guys straight up, what are your first thoughts after watching Maxxxine? We'll go with Josh first.
I liked it. I saw Pearl before watching Maxxxine because I've never seen Pearl. I only saw X. And Mia Goth is a good actress, in my opinion, for horror movies.
Yeah.
It had that good 80s kind of like early slasher type of movie type feel to it.
Agreed.
And I liked all the 80s how you can say 80s flashbacks they were showing, like the way the buildings were in Hollywood before and all that.
I agree. They did really good as far as like developing an atmosphere of like Los Angeles in the 1980s for sure.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Laney? What was your first thoughts after watching the movie?
First of all, I agree that they did a phenomenal job of making you feel like you were in the 80s. Like everything about it feels 1985. Right down to the way they dressed LA, to the way that they shot the film. I guess what I would say is that this was kind of a strange movie for me because as a horror film, I don't know that I enjoyed it as much, but as a campy 80s thriller, I loved it. So
It definitely was a slasher mystery movie is the best way to put it, I think. And yeah, I agree on that one.
I would say that X and Pearl go a lot harder on the kills and the violence and the gore than Maxxxine does. Maxxxine is much more of a slow burn, kind of a suspense builder.
Okay. Interesting.
Like a whodunit, basically.
Yeah.
As far as character development, did you feel like they developed Maxxxine? Did it make sense?
Yeah, I think I got a pretty good feel for Maxine's character, and I think that she stayed pretty true to that character all the way through the film, right up until its conclusion.
Yeah. What about you, Josh?
Yeah,
what do you
that
think?
was her dream in X. Her dream in X was always to be famous.
And she finally did it.
Born in the, or being an actress.
Acting performances wise, like you, Josh, you already said, Mia, I think that's her name, Mia Goth. Yeah, dude, I agree. You did a phenomenal job. The sub characters around her too did a great job. The dude that worked in the video store under her, definitely did a great job wrapping me in, making me care about the character. And then an unfortunate thing happens to the character later on, and it does make you feel for him. And it's definitely a great choices as far as like supporting characters for sure. What do you guys think?
Overall, like I said, if you're going in expecting a horror movie on the level of X or Pearl, I think with this one you're going to be a little disappointed. And that seems to be kind of what the people that I'm talking to around me who've seen it, who are expecting it to be kind of like the other two, they seem to walk away disappointed. But again, if you go in kind of going, okay, I know this is going to be a little bit different take, and it's going to be more '80s campy slasher thriller, whodunit, slow burn. There is a twist in there. The twist I found a little, because I wasn't. It didn't seem necessary, but I guess I was like, okay, I'll go there. Um, but it was I don't know. It was a solid film. If I have to rate it, I would say it's probably like probably a 3.5 out of 5 stars, and I would probably say that it's safe to watch it on streaming. I don't think it's one that you'd need to go to a theater for.
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, yeah, I would wait for this one. What about you, Josh? Would you wait for it for streaming?
I would, but like I said, I like the other two, so I went to watch in theaters no matter what. So,
Nice.
but yeah, you can wait for streaming when it drops on Paramount Plus, like the other ones.
Um, I kind of already said what my favorite, or not favorite scene, but the scene that kind of stuck with me was when her. Well, first off, spoiler alert: everyone who watches this, and going forward, if you tune in, spoiler alert. Her friend, man, the dude, the only guy who she kind of trusted for the most part, fucking just bit the dust in the most horrible, violent way, too. Like his death scene was the one that was the most like brutal, and I was like, damn, dude. I'd say that's one of the scenes that kind of sticks out for me. Laney, what about you? What scene sticks out for you in the movie?
Oh God. Hands down, the alley scene with the dude who tries to fuck with her. Oh my God.
Oh,
There were people. There were uncomfortable guests in my theater at that scene. But rightly so. I mean, you're cornering a young lady in an alley, and she's armed. You best be prepared. Like that is definitely one of that'll be a moment that I think will be talked about in this film. And it'll be, how we have memes of Pearl. Well, I think that this will be that moment that's talked about in this particular movie. But that was my favorite.
I think my mind chose to forget about that moment, because god damn, yeah, that moment. Great, like opening scene too, because it was reintroducing the character, and it's like, oh, okay, she looks like a damsel in distress, but it's the other way around. Josh,
ball busting good time.
oh yeah. Josh, what about you? What scene stood out for you in the movie?
Well, Laney took it already, but another one is when she's at the Universal lot and she's looking at the cycle house.
Yeah, that was really cool.
She sees an old lady that comes out in X.
Interesting.
So like she's getting those flashbacks because, well, it's talking spoiler alert. She gets a video of evidence of what happened in X, basically.
Yeah, as far as like the storyline, towards the end, I'll just say, I'll kind of let the bag out there. It's extremist Christian fundamentalists that are the bad guys in this movie, and I think that's what kind of makes me like this movie a little bit more. And for me, I think I definitely get it like a 6, a solid 6. There could have been better kill scenes for sure. It was not as many as you guys were saying, but I think I'd give it a good 6, just because it had me. It kind of locked me in. No, fuck it, 7. I'll bump it up to 7. Josh, give me your rating.
Me rating, I give it a 7.5 because I like the other two, and then besides me, I like Kevin Bacon's character in this movie.
Yeah, dude.
Giving me like those weird vibes, but when he bit the dust, that was nice.
That scene was wild. Another scene where I'm like, dude, how the fuck did they do this? They did that seamlessly. You couldn't necessarily see when they took him out, and it just like definitely awesome scene.
All that red.
Yeah.
That was definitely scene number 2 for me.
Oh yeah. Carlos Esposito's character also, he was in there for like a little bit, but definitely enjoyed his character too. His acting in it was awesome. But yeah, sorry, I'm jumping back and forth. Um, the head of the religious extremist group, you don't know who it is. You don't even know that it's connected to these people that are protesting at the lot that this Maxxine is acting in, like this movie. And like I was wondering when are they gonna add this element, because they're just there, they're just kind of like protesting. And then at the end, when it turns out that they're the ones that are actually kind of like killing people and like just like orchestrating this grand thing in order to sacrifice his daughter. Spoiler alert, yeah. The head of the I guess extremist group turned out to be Maxxine's father. And I honestly didn't see that coming at all. What about you guys? What do you guys think about that one?
I thought it thought at first, so at first I was like, I thought it was a little like just out of left field. I was like, oh, it's her dad. Oh, it's her dad. Oh, okay. But you know what? You're right. The Christian fundamentalist group and the sacrifice and it being her dad, it just lends again to that '80s campy slasher. You know, it's right in line with it. So once I viewed it from that lens, I was like, oh, this is perfect.
Nice. 1 second, guys. Oh yeah, that's not happening. Sorry about that. Josh, what about you?
Like you're saying, I kind of was confused at the beginning of the movie when they showed that black and white video of Maxxine and the guy in the background. Like, oh, okay, but then it comes out to be like, oh, it's her dad. That she used to be in grew up in a Christian family home, and she kind of rebelled against them and did all that stuff she did in the other movie and all that. But it was weird because I tripped out at the end when the helicopter's on top of her and they say her name. I was like, is that really happening or is that in her mind?
I was also like, what the fuck is happening? Did they shoot her because she chose to shoot him? Like they kind of left it like, well, no, she's alive, right? Do you guys, hold on, that's a better question. Do you guys think that she's alive or was that all in her head?
It's a very ambiguous ending.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think though? Do you guys think that she's alive or do you think that actually happened? She finally got her big break.
I honestly, looking back, it's hard to tell. Like it really is. I thought for a split second in the theater when I was watching it that she might have been having like a fantasy from prison because again the helicopter was right above her. The police were like right there on her when she shot her dad. So I was like, I didn't see how she was getting out of that. So it's a good point. She could very well be dead. Like, yeah.
Interesting. What about you, Josh?
Like I was saying, I don't know if it's reality or in her head. And if she did survive and she did live the grandma's life that she had, did that other cop survive? The one that had to stab him in the eye? That cleared her name? We don't know because they never showed her after she fell down the hill.
That's true. I forgot about that one too. Damn. Yeah. The male cop was funny as shit to me. He kept trying way too hard. Just another sad one where he's like, "Oh shit, no, not that guy. That guy turned out to be kind of okay. I thought he was gonna be a prick." No, yeah, I definitely like those characters. All in all, yeah, I think we've kind of gone through the whole thing here. Any final thoughts, guys? Any final thoughts about the movie?
What do you guys think about Lily Collins' short? I guess you could say like the part in the movie.
I recognized her and I was like, oh damn, she's pretty like big actress. That's pretty wild that she's gotten this like a small little role here. Not this Sophie Thatcher. She looked familiar. Who the hell is she? I know she's done a couple of movies. That's who I remember. Oh, she's from Yellow Jackets. The girl from Yellow Jackets.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh shit, she looks familiar. Who is she?
She
No,
plays
yeah,
young Natalie.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then another lady, the other actress in this one that kind of I was like, oh wait a minute, I don't know who she is. I know I've seen her in more stuff. Elizabeth Debicki. She's the director.
Oh, yeah, I've seen her other stuff too.
Yeah, I just don't
I just don't remember what she was in.
Apparently, she was in
Yeah, I
Tenet.
remember her.
Yeah, there you go. That's she's in Tenet. Yeah,
I don't remember her in Tenet. That's
where I
weird.
know her from.
But yeah, man.
She's the and then you know the bouncer guy from the club. That's with Maxxine at the card thing when the thing smashes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That has the two dogs. That's the guy that played the Rock in Young Rock.
Oh shit, that is the guy from New York. That's right. Or yeah, that's pretty funny. But yeah, I think that's basically it. I think we've gone through the questions and we pretty much covered the review here. I want to thank Laney for being on the show. Thank you very much, Laney. I want to thank Josh for being on the show. Laney, where can they find you on the socials?
Right now I'm building a brand new professional page for myself, kind of starting on Facebook. So you can find me on Facebook under ELENA and then Lee, LEE. My Instagram handle is the girl who stole the stars.
Right on, right on. Josh, where can they find you?
Just Instagram, sip_Josh_818.
Sweet, sweet. Until next time, be sure to fill up your coffee, your popcorn buckets, and be with us next week as same time, same place. Thank you very much. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you guys want us to review, and give us a like. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Be sure to follow me on all the social platforms at NSIRick. And you can also email the show at notsointellectualpod@gmail.com. See you next time.